In this world of technology, things are ever changing, rearranging. You need someone to help you out. I know someone who can. Come and take a journey with me as we go through the land of technology. You'll never be alone. You'll be with Paul Amadeus Lane in the tech zone.
Hello and welcome back to the show. Second segment, and thank you so much for dealing with me and putting up with me in these allergies that I have. If you have the allergy problem, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Had me out of commission for about a week and a half. I'm so glad to be back and to share what's going on in the tech field, gaming field, and anything that has to do with technology. So happy to share with you. And don't forget, you can always connect with me, paulamadeouslane.com. That's how you can connect with me on social media. If you miss any portion of the show, that's how you can watch it on YouTube, listen to it on iHeart, iTunes, a lot of other formats out there. You can even listen to it on Amazon Alexa via the Spreaker skill. I did that the other day. I said, hey, Alexa, tell Spreaker to play Tech Zone with Paul Amadeus Lane. And then I paused for a second. And then the music started. It was me on Amazon Alexa. Pretty cool, isn't it? ABC News Radio. So happy to have you with me. And don't forget, we're like several weeks away from E3. And I cannot wait. This year's E3, I'm really looking forward to some of the new titles that are going to be announced. Catching up with some of my friends in the gaming developer community. And find out some of the great things. And if you're a gamer out there, especially PS4, something dynamic happened this last week. God of War was released. And some of the feedback has just been off the chart. Kratos. And I tell you, we're going to be joined next week with a great friend who's a video game editor. We're going to talk about God of War and some other video game news and keep you up to date with that. What I want to do this segment is talk about the stigmatism when it comes to being a gamer out there. And let's face it, when it comes to gaming, the mindset was a few years ago that only losers game. And I took offense to that because I've been a gamer for decades. I'm not going to tell you how many decades. But to hear that kind of stigmatism, it really burns my behind more than a flame about that high. But, you know, when you hear different criticism like that because a person wants to be a part of the gaming community, it's really prejudicial. It's demeaning. And our friends over at Alienware, they actually did a survey to see whom makes up the gaming community now. And they have this pretty cool video. So if you're watching on YouTube and live stream, you're able to see this video. If not, if you're listening on ABC News Radio, got some pretty cool music behind it. And then we'll explain what's being played. But check this out. Told you the music was cool. Get up and dance, everybody. Come on, Sean. I could put a rap to this. Here we go, I'm gonna freestyle to it. Yo. You're in the tech zone with Paul Amadeus Lane. You're not alone. Yeah, that's why I stopped rapping many years ago. Music gets you dancing, doesn't it? Now on the radio, I'm going to explain it. huge shout out to our friends over at Dell and Alienware to provide that video graphic and also this survey. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go in depth for maybe you've watched it and maybe it was a little too quick. Maybe you're listening to it on ABC News Radio and you're like, that's some pretty good music. Paul's rap wasn't that good. But what in the world was going on? Well, I'm going to tell you what's going on. What we have here, I'm going to have this graphic displayed as I go through the survey that was done. Now, Alienware and Dell Gaming, they did this survey with 11 countries and close to 1,500 video game players. And this is some of the takeaway from this survey. And it really shows one dynamic thing. We know we live in a divided world, don't we? Even in this country right here. Ones are divided by some of the interesting things. I'm just going to leave it there. But in the gaming community, we see something different. The gaming community is welcoming and accepting of others. When they have these different gaming skills, 40%. The primary influencer when selecting an opponent versus ethnicity is 8%. So when ones are online gaming, 40% are looking for a person's skill, not their ethnicity, only 8%. 7% political view. So whether a person is a red or a blue, only 7% worry about that. And when it comes to sexual orientation, only 6% worry about that when it comes to gaming with someone. Now, let's talk about that for a second. 40% are picking their online opponent or are gaming with someone. It has nothing to do with their political view, the ethnicity, but their skill. 40%. Try to, I guess, if we match that up with other, let's say, surveys out there, I guarantee, even though I'm not a Jedi no more, I got kicked out of the Jedi Council, but I guarantee if you poll about 10 people and ask them, what influences you whether to say hi to a person on the street? What do you think they will say? Well, if they're the same ethnicity as me, if I know they voted for this person, I'll say hi. But in the gaming community, it's totally different. 40% only look for skill. So let's go back to our graphic right quick. Another point that was brought out from the survey. Today's gamer is not the stereotypical teen. The one that's a loner, parents' basement, you know what I mean? Mom, bring me a Coke. No. What this survey showed that so women, co-worker with 2 kids, are the guy next to you at the gym, a fellow volunteer, and most commonly a spouse, sibling, or a friend. And I think back to some of the movies or some of the sitcoms when someone was a gamer, they were in the basement, recluse, don't bother me. They got their chips, their popcorn, probably some gummy worms, gummy bears. I love gummy bears. There's this one gummy bear, I forget the brand of it, but it's like no other. One of these days I'm gonna get a package and show you, but the flavors are just, amazing. That's all I have to say. So the stereotypical gamer is not the loner in the basement. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Let's go back to our graphic. Now, this survey also showed that gone are the days that are being called a gamer, being derogatory. Now it's like a badge of honor. Instead, respondents consider gamer a positive label and feel fun, cool, or excited about it. Now, this is how that broke down. When ones are called a gamer, 35% feel that it's fun to be called a gamer. 29% consider it cool. 26% is excited to be called a gamer. Let me do my math right quick. Carry the 1, 60, 89. So an 89% view of being called a gamer is positive. Match that up with any other type of hobby that people have out there. I don't think it'll be that high. I don't think it'll be that high. So let's take a look at our graphic again. One thing that this survey, this gamer report really brought out, that gamers love the game and are willing to sacrifice certain things. Now, what about sleep? 37% sacrifice sleep. 27% sacrifice eating. But actually prioritize personal relationships and social commitments in the real world. See, now, some, I guess, critics of gaming will say, see, they're sacrificing their sleep, they're sacrificing their eating. I mean, how many other people do that when it comes to, let's say, like soccer mom or soccer dad or baseball dad? You think they're not sacrificing their sleep? My point is, keep it 100. If you feel that way about gaming, feel that way about everything else. Just because you're doing that, being a soccer mom or a soccer dad, saying, oh, well, that's different. Is it? I'm just saying. But our friends over at Dell Gaming and Alienware, it's a really, really cool report and survey. Really opens up our minds about how ones are viewing the gaming community out there. Really, really interesting. Really intrigued by that. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to take our break. When we come back, we are going to chat about drones. Send in the drones. Drone on demand. What is that? Well, I'll tell you what. Come back after the break, and we'll explain what it's all about.
In this world of technology, things are ever changing, rearranging. You need someone to help you out. I know someone who can. Come and take a journey with me as we go through the land of technology. You'll never be alone. You'll be with Paul Amadeus Lane in the tech zone.